Stonehill is a Franciscan-based care center. The Sisters of St. Francis have been involved in long-term care and working with older adults for well over 100 years. The values that we really work off of are the gospel values or the Franciscan values of hospitality, compassion, stewardship, and respect.
Well, I think Stonehill has always fostered hospitality, and that definitely plays into that we have to have a spirit of warmly welcoming everyone that we service and encounter. They've always stressed reverence and dignity for the person, and that we try to perform our day-to-day cares with respect for that person's individuality.
I was in World War II, that is correct. We were in the 7th Army. Who was we? The 44th Infantry Division. I was a combat medic with one of the platoons. I tried to fix up a lot of people. When we wound up in Austria, of the original 40-some-odd men in the platoon, there were 6 of us that were still around. So I'm one of the lucky ones, the blessed ones, whatever you want to say.
When I came to Stonehill, I had to be hired. I could only move my left arm and my neck and head, and otherwise I was pretty much paralyzed. Again, I had just great support from Brenda Barth and Holly Campbell, and along with the physical therapists. And they kept encouraging me and pushing me, and I was pushing myself. I had my plan A, and that was to get back to where I was, and yet I would have accepted a plan B, but if it didn't work out, but it's working out. I'm not back where I was before, but I'm getting pretty close as far as in certain areas. In some areas, I'm almost as strong as I was before. So.
I came to Assisi Village because my husband, Louis Kirkwood, had to be over at Stonehill. And I looked at the apartments and looked across, and I knew it was God said, "Why are you waiting?" Because I could see Louis's window. They would have trouble with him in the night because he wanted to know where I was. So I had the candles in the windows. And the nurses, when Louis would be upset, they'd say, "Come look." And he'd look, and I had told him that I would be, if I wasn't with him, I'd be where the candles are. He would look for the candles, and then he would be satisfied and go back to bed.
The two most important constituents on our campus, of course, are the residents and our employees. So we have to take into consideration how best to take care of both residents and caregivers in the design of new facilities, in the operating models that are used in the design, and provide the resources needed, especially for staff, to take such good care of the residents.
Dubuque, I think, is unusual in that it supports nonprofit efforts and ministry of this sort. It's always possible to turn to people in the community when we have a special need, and they never let us down. The bonds that develop among folks and the way they look after each other and their concern for each other is remarkable.